Hello, everybody. This is Peach, and I'm going to try to teach you guys how to do some PI work. I'm gonna go from the simplest way to, a little bit harder. I'm not quite up to uh, Planet Industrial, or I can't remember what it's called, but let's go through the skills while I'm warping there. So you're gonna get Planet Management, remote sensors. You need at least one. I put two because I'm an asshole, and I just feel like it's better just to use two, and because it just gives you more of a range. Basically, it allows scans within 1 light year, so I can scan quite a few planets, within my region. Then command center, you want that as high as you possibly can. Four is good. Four is a good number to start out with if you're looking for just passive income, for sure. Yeah, command center upgrades. That's kind of what you want to do there. And then interplanetary consolidation. Basically, it makes you go through multiple, like, you can have multiple places on certain planets, or on all planets, I should say. So you can have basically potentially up to 6 planets. So you want that as high as you can possibly. That's the one you want max, because that's will give you the most beneficial. So yeah, those are just the main stats you really need for that. It's only, I think they call it the 14, high 14 or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but anyway. So so I'm here. I'm just gonna do a quick little tutorial, and I made a new character, so I'm actually gonna be doing this again. So so just kind of give me a little break here. I am kind of new at this. I'm like 3 weeks into this, and I'm pretty good at it, so I feel pretty confident about it. So first off, you're gonna figure out what kind of what you're going for. So I'm gonna go for complex organisms, and it's gonna produce proteins, and there can actually be a way to kind of go through it and understand a little bit on how stuff goes with like what complex organism can make. That's kind of where that goes. So I will put that in a link in the PI chat, so people can actually go through that and kind of see what they want to go with. But if you're looking for just passive income, this is the best way to do it. So I warped here. I'm going to do a temperate planet. So, and to make sure you have everything for this, you need only one thing, and it's super easy to do. So I'm gonna go down here. I already bought one, but this is what you get. You get the temperate command center, and it's gonna be like this for everything. So say if I wanted, we'll go barren. I'm gonna go look for a barren, a barren place, or a barren place here, and I'm just gonna, go here and buy command center, and I'll have a barren command center, and usually you can find them pretty much anywhere. So really easy to do. And like I said, if you're in the corp for us, then there should be plenty in there, because I put a lot of extras in there once in a while. So, but yeah, but for now we're just gonna do template. So we're gonna go into there. I should be already here, I believe. So this is kind of a lower planet for complex organisms, but it kind of gives you a brief idea. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to find, it's probably going to be where I'm going to go right there. You're going to look for the hottest spots for, where'd it go? There it is. The hottest spots. I'm going to use this little dial here to kind of measure it. So yeah, it's pretty low, but that's fine, because they build up over time very slowly, so you just kind of got to go with the flow on it. So what we're going to do, and you got to make sure when you buy that item that it is in your hold. So you have to, that command center. So mine is already there. You got to warp to the planet too, and make sure, you're within some, I can't remember how far you got to be, but if you usually warp to, you should be in range pretty closely. So we're going to go here, and then I don't know if you can tell, but my mouse clicker has changed. So I'm going to put that guy right there. So I'm going to show you just how to do it, like simply just, point A to point B. So you're going to hit submit a lot. like a stupid amount. So I'm only on level 1. So this is a level 1 command center right here. I will show you how to do that, but I'm going to progress through these and show you different ways you can do this. But this is just basic PI. So planet, planet, what is the word? Planet, I'm totally blanking here, but I'm going to kind of start doing stuff here. So, wrong thing. Planet PI. So, okay, I got my extractor, or I'm going to get my extractor down. So, this extractor, I mean, you can see the kind of blackish area there. I'm going to try zoom in so you can see it a little better. Ooh. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. Alright. So you can technically, I mean, like, say if my command center was like over here, I could still put it over here. So it doesn't matter wherever your command center is. It can be close, it can be far, it can be wide, it can be up, everywhere. So I just threw it right there because I'm trying to just get this done as quickly and explain it as best I can. So, first things first, you got your injector, and then you're gonna go up here and your power load. That's where your shit is really gonna hit the fan here. So I'm just going to make it super basic here, just for the first one, and then I'll kind of go from there. So once again, hit submit. Okay, we hit submit, and it's going to cost you a couple million ISK to kind of get this going, so just kind of keep that in mind, but it does pay out really good. So, and then after that, I get that down. Usually what I do is I'll just do my storage unit. So I'll put this guy, actually we're not going to do storage unit. We're going to go basic. So this is going to be your basic industrial factory facility thing. Yeah, I'm going to put that guy right there. So, and usually I try to just measure it out. So we'll do 2. I'm pretty sure you can do 2. Yeah. So we'll do 2. Make sure you hit that submit button or it won't count. So, and you'll see it's going down. It's pretty common. So, okay, so now I got all that. Now I'm going to get my storage, because now I know where my placement is. And I'm going to do it, just like that. So this is literally the most basic setup that you can possibly do. I mean, I'm sure there's better ones out there, but I'm trying to make sure I have enough power load here. So, I mean, you always want to make sure you got enough power load. When you get up higher, then, it's going to be a little bit more easier to kind of do. But this is literally the simplest way. I'm literally making only one thing and, getting off the planet. That's pretty much all I'm doing. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to link everything. Command center does not have to be linked to anything. I mean, unless you really want to. I mean, it's, kind of is what it is. So first you're going to click and you're going to drag. Boom. Easy. But with the one you last started on, you have to click from that one on, and then just make sure everything is linked. Everything that is going to be in this little area has to be linked, because that's the only way you can route stuff. So yeah, my power grid, I could probably add one more, but I'm not going to. I just want to show you guys how to route everything in etc. And it does it when I get up a little higher into the tier, level wise, then I'll go into a little bit more detail on the lines, what they absolutely do. So, I mean, they're just linking everything. Easy. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to submit, make sure everything is saved. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get into the little harder stuff where it kind of gets confusing for people. So, we're going to hit our extractor. We're going to go here to where it looks like a nuke dropping, most likely. So, and I don't know how much room I'm going to have, so I'm just going to do 2. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to do 1, just to show you. So, I'm going to hit complex organisms. It's going to be up here at the top. And then this is where it kind of gets a little kooky here. So, I mean, you can kind of mess around with it. I'm just going to max that guy out, because that's pretty much how I do it. And I mean, there's certain ways you can actually make and produce as much as you possibly can. I'm just literally showing the basic stuff here. I mean, this is literally easy stuff. So, but I got my complex organisms. I put on 14 days. Usually people do 5, and I'll explain later. But for now, I mean, just doing 14, and then we're gonna start extracting. So now that we have our extracting complex organisms, it's not rooted. So we're gonna root it. We're gonna hit go here, and we're actually gonna click on complex organisms. Create root. Then we're gonna go over here and click that guy. Oh, and actually I forgot a step. So I'm glad I did that, because now it actually helps out. So this is your this is what your factory is going to make out of what the complex organisms. So we're gonna make protein, and like I said, I'll drop a list down so everybody understands kind of what is really what you have to do, or what you can make with everything. So, geez, what the heck did I just do? Oh yeah. So, by the way, how I got to this, you just you click on it, and then it'll bring up this little tab here. This is your schematic. So if it says something wrong with schematic, this is where you go, and that's where everything happens pretty much. So we're gonna hit install. It's installed, and then over here should be. You might have to click away from it a couple times to actually get it to not hit. So okay, so now I'm good to go. So now I'm going to take this guy, and now I'm going to root it. Create root, boom, create. Okay, and now it almost looks like nothing happened. Okay, and if you haven't noticed, I haven't hit submit for a while, but that's because if you really messed up, you can actually if you hit cancel, it'll literally delete everything I just did in this little area. So make sure you always hit that submit button. So now we're gonna go ahead and do this, but you'll see where we rooted already right here. Actually, I can't zoom in any further. So I mean, this is where your rooted systems are gonna be, and you're not rooted. So now we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna hit not rooted again. And then we're going to actually go to this one now. We're going to hit that. So now we'll see, yep, there it is. It's now rooted into this one. So now that I've rooted everything that I need to, make sure that's getting fed, I'm going to create another one. Yeah, create. And now everything should be going down into my storage. So now that's good. So that is now the right color. So that's what color it should be, I think. Actually, no. We're gonna hit submit now. So now that's the right color it should be. So what we're gonna do now is we have our product in here, in these two, that are still not being made, or they don't have a way to get out, basically. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna make everything go to the storage. So we're gonna hit create root, go down to storage, create root. Okay, so now that one's done. See how it's yellow? That's how we know we did it. Then we're gonna go back here, create root, hit the storage again, and create root. So there. Now that is your basic setup. And just in case you want to know for now, how to get. So say if my storage is completely full and I need to get off planet. What you do then, you make sure you hit submit every time. So okay, and we're gonna do that, and I believe you go here to the launch deal. It's gonna be the second icon going right, or from the left to the right, and you're just gonna hit that, and then storehouse. I'm not 100% sure about this, but like I said, the more higher tier you get, like you're gonna be able to get like the launch pad, which is going to be super fucking handy. So I would definitely recommend getting into the launch pad. So now what we're going to do is derp. Oh, so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually upgrade this. So we're going to hit upgrade, and then this is this is your bar right here. This is how, this is how you upgrade it, is you hit this bar right here. So I'm gonna hit it once just to kind of add, and show everybody what I'm doing, what I'm adding. So I'm gonna hit add, close that out, save changes, obviously hit submit every time. This is gonna cost me a lot of money by down the road, but I want to try to be this as thorough as possible because this is a very well deal here. So like I said, we're just gonna do the same thing, add that in, and I think we might actually be able to do 4. We'll try 4. So hit that, okay. And down the road I'll actually clean this up a little bit more and make it look pretty neat. Like I have a pretty decent setup how I like to run it, but I'm trying to show it the best I can. So so we are routed to the storage unit, so I don't have any extra coming out. But if you actually take this and delete it, now I have a bunch coming out now. So what we'll do is we'll create another route, go here, and I did it again, guys, I did it again. So we're gonna go here, proteins, here, why is it, okay, we're gonna go here, that protein, everybody likes protein. Go here, get that, gasp. Oh, it's not linked, that's why. So yeah, you always gotta remember everything has got to be linked. And honestly, you can do one link too, but so if I was to link these two to my storage unit, it's already linked. So because it's a one pathway of linkage. So I could link it like this and like this, but it doesn't make any sense because I already have a link going through, and I think this actually costs you a little bit more power. So doing that is kind of crap. So, let's see what happens here. Okay, so I actually have to do this again. So proteins. Okay. So now I gotta link it. So here, link, and now all I'm doing is left clicking. I'm not doing anything crazy with it, so it should be good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to add the launch pad because I'm pretty sure I have enough room for it. So, and you can set this literally anywhere, but like I said, the further away you got it away from anything, like from any storage or anything, it's going to cost you power. So just try to kind of scrunch everything in there, just like so. And then do that, make sure you hit submit. And once again, we're going to link everything. Yep, cool. So, and you can literally link it from anything, so just going to, and you don't even need to do that. You can just do it like that, and then make sure you hit that submitting button again. Like I said, you gotta hit that button a lot just to save it, because if you don't save it and you decide to hit cancel, you don't know how far back you went. So just keep that into your mind. So let's go. Okay, I think I know what's going on. I think. All right, delete. So okay, so now I deleted the route from this one to the storage unit. That's what I did right there, because it was the last one on my list. So that's the best way to kind of tell where you're at with stuff. So now we're gonna go back in here, create route, boom, boom. So that should be created. Then we're gonna do it again to the second one. Ooh. So I'm not pulling enough stuff. That's what's going on right now. Yeah, so I'm not pulling enough. So yeah, when you upgrade, that's why upgrading at the very beginning is kind of handy. This stuff I really don't want to go into full detail here, but so I'm actually gonna try to skip ahead a little bit here, since that's the common ground right there, and I'll show you my most efficient way of doing this, because it's just, it is what it is. So give me 2 seconds here, and I shall get it done for you. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I am actually on level 5 now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally map this out as quickly as possible. I mean, you know, it's going to be really quick, so I'll do this as fast as I possibly can here. What's going on? Why can't I build? Oof. These. So while I'm right here at this spot, so everything that you got from, get from here, you just throw it directly into your ship. So it's literally the same thing. So Uh, you just, click roots, or yeah, roots, protein, create, ship, create, yellow. So, pretty smooth. Like I said, it's very, it's very tedious. Oh shit, I just deleted that. Whoops. Hopefully that didn't fuck me. Oh, it fucked me. Yeah, it fucked me. God damn it. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Nailed it. Wait, what? Create specimen. Easy fix. Well, if you miss it, you kind of screwed the pooch there. You gotta go back all the way and click it again. So, and this isn't one of my biggest minds, so it's kind of, it's literally, it's on my new character, so it's not perfect. Okay, so now that everything is done, make sure we got a root for that. Boom, boom. So now this is usually how I route it. Make sure you hit that submit button. I could actually add more now that I look at it, but this is my sequence of setups, because I mean it's pulling a lot, but I mean it only lasts for a couple days, so like for a high tier order. So we'll go here. So like right about here is about when it kind of declines pretty drastically. And then, I mean, you can kind of mess around with it, play with your, your deals there. If you were to like change these up, these deals, all you have to do is stop extraction. But you gotta wait for, there's a timer sometimes, so you might have to wait on it. So don't get too gooped up. I mean, you're still making a bunch within that first, 8 hours. So that's only 14, but usually I have it down at 5. I'm just trying to show, what you're capable of doing here. But this is literally the basic advanced setup, if that makes any sense. So if you have any questions, I am the PI director, PG. I'm usually, you can always message me. I usually pretty preoccupied on my phone at work. So, I mean, yep, just give me a message, and I hope this little tutorial here was pretty decent. I mean, that's how I understand it. I mean, I'm probably doing a few things wrong, but you never know. So, but yeah, that's PI 101 right there. So, and another note to add to that, we are trying, if you want to sit there and just make protein, we do have I would call it a contract, but it's kind of like it's like an invisible contract, like nobody can see it. But we are going through our allied members here, and we're selling to them, and they're paying us 90% Jita price, and we tend to make money. Like, let me see if I can pull up my one of my other places here. Yeah, we'll go Goni here. So this is a pretty good one right here, but it's not quite. I just started it today, so let's go try to find that other one. What is that? Oh, that's okay. So I'll go check this out. Okay. So this one has a little bit more on it, but I mean, it usually runs a pretty good price. Like on my other account, I do this one, but I also do a bunch of other ones. So this is gonna be my main protein account. So this is where I'm gonna really, on this account, this is where I'm gonna make my passive income. So, but yeah, I mean, just build it however you want. Just make sure your routes are connected and all your links are connected, and always click on the one that you want first, that you're trying to get a hold of, and it's either an input or an output issue. And normally you can tell if is it'll say like right here, it'll say producing proteins input is this, and usually it'll be red if you can't see it. So if it comes up red, it's usually an input or output connection. So, and like I said, make sure everything's rooted, and yeah, I mean, any questions, just get a hold of me. So thanks guys.